Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Trojans will boot it away to start the game. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Petty. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? With the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the move, it's Petty. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Gives it on the option. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the big fella. On the move at the 30. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if his quarterback goes his way again.
He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Petty. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing.
Intercepted in the first drive. Ends with a pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He's turning it loose into the middle. Wide open downfield. Lots of running room. He's at the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown Trojans!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll do it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Petty. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Brings up second and goal.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Number 8.
Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Take over. First and 10.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but I hate the play call there. It's 3rd and long. You're in your own end of the field. That's a play. You got to throw it. You got to trust someone to make a catch and go make a play. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. Nobody falls for it. It's just a bad play.
4th down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Terrific run.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And you got to be so disciplined when you play the option. You got to keep your eyes on your guy. They lost track of the pitch, man. The quarterback pitches it to him. He takes it in the house. Got to be a little bit more sound on defense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And the returner will be brought down.
And your USC Trojans will take over 1st and 10.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot there.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of...
Intercepted, the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover, and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Power football with the run. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Oh, they're after him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Good concentration to get that squiver inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
First and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix.
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The corners are walked up tight. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
USC Trojans will take over. 1st and 10.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets rid of it. The sure hands, it's Webb. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Trojans will hustle to the line. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Man, a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. The Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Power ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Great job by the back on the option.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner is stopped.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's going to fire deep. Snags it at the 30 and still running. Breaks into the open. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over Coastal Carolina. Sunbelt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking left. Got his man downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing route.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Ohio State.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
On the play. And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
There he goes. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
14.
The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Makes a man miss. Picks up the first down, still moving. Into the secondary. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Morton. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's got him along the sideline. Beautiful footwork for the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Petty.
And man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
At the 10-yard line. Brings up second down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the ground, it's Petty. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got it, looking for a first. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
What a disappointment. No good. The lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll toss it to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Going to swing it on second down. The quick out. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line.
Third down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second down.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On fourth down, looking to pass. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Look, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. That guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He uncorks one deep. Got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for the end zone. He gets it in. Touchdown, USC. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan is currently trailing in this one, but if history has taught us anything over the years, it's that closing out the maize and blue inside the Big House is not easy. They're trailing by just 4 to Penn State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, if they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Fires to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on fourth down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge fourth down conversion late in this football game.
Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got a chance. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. The snap sets up the throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Sweet cut there. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the third down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
Game could be decided right here. Crowd behind this defense on fourth down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They stop him short, and now they'll get the ball back here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
Off play action on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the back. Zings it complete to the right. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. Using his legs to buy some time. Grab near the marker. It's turned. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And with 3 seconds left, a last chance to extend the game into overtime. And this one splits the uprights. And in the waning seconds of the game, they tie it up. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The play fake on first down. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
We'll get it started here in overtime. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Pulls it in. It's Newton. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! And they're on top here in overtime.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Number 30 with the grab and the score.
They need this extra point to send it to double overtime. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing.
Good. That ties the game at 38 all.
Now first down here in the second overtime. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target over the middle. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their ball mechanics in the play-action game. You saw a great example of that right there.
This thing has been back and forth now. First and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. And the defense holds firm. Pick up at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Back to pass on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Morton. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
This linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Field is condensed, not a lot of room to work with here on third and goal in overtime. defense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime. To settle for a field goal with the first possession in an overtime period. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They've got a little work to do here on 3rd and goal in overtime. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime.
And this is the hardest part of the field to execute a 3rd and long. Everybody drops back now, and they're just covering the red zone area. So little space to cover. But the good news is now 4th and long makes the decision easy. Kick the field goal.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Newton. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Trojans have moved it inside the 20. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Newton. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
A touchdown ends the game here in overtime. It's 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
The offense changing the play. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.